So I'll have to consider it. You're invested now? Maybe. I've been staring at the back of his head for a long time now. Too long. I'm starting to feel creepy. I just don't understand it. All he does is sit in that chair by the dock, eating egg sandwiches and doing crossword puzzles. How does a man like that become the security guard for a place like this? I mean, what is the actual harm if you think about it? People can barely even get in here, right? Literally, there's a force field except for the one little ferry area that we took. And barely anybody comes out there. What is the point? As far as I can tell, his job consists of greeting the boat to make sure nothing unauthorized gets on or off of it, picking up supply deliveries, and occasionally taking a long, lazy lap of the island to make sure everything's secure? Yeah, exactly. That is literally exactly it. Egg sandwich sounds really good. I wonder what he knows about the research that goes on here, if anything. He doesn't seem to be interested regardless. I decide it's time to get to know this island bouncer and go to join him at the dock. I sit next to Zane, me on the sand, him in that chair. He's not wearing his big coat, and the short sleeve shirt allows me to notice for the first time how surprisingly muscular he is. Oh my goodness, are you actually taking a look at somebody that isn't a feline Irish cat? You watch yourself, Lily! We've had moments with McMurphy now, alright? I never truly thought of him as security in the bodyguard sense, but now, squinting at him sideways, trying not to stare too obviously, I begin to see him in a new light. I pluck up the courage to talk. Hey, Zane! How are ya? Are you trying to start a conversation? Dude, he's so weird. He's so weird. What the hell? You couldn't tell? He says this without looking up from his crossword puzzle. Oh, I suppose I am. Yes. I don't get to chat to humans much in my job. Research assistant, and then said my number. I accidentally pressed it. He rolls the words out like he's reading them. Oh, yes. I guess that's me. So, what does the number stand for, anyhow? You don't know? He asked monotonously, eyes still glued to his crossword puzzle. No. Actually, to be honest, Zane, I don't know much at all. There's a definite lack of intel sharing on this project. And which project would that be? This one. This whole research project that's going on. Is there more than one? Depends who you ask. Damn, Zane knows everything. Yo, Zane knows everything and just keeps his nose in his own business. Bet. You. I was just asking you, really. I don't understand your job. I don't need to. I don't care about things I don't need to. What do you care about? Zane looks at me for the first time. You really want to talk, don't you? Really? You couldn't frickin' tell, Zane? I'm literally sitting here next to you trying to ask. Well, there's not much else to do here. Besides, I'm interested in it all. Aren't you? My interests consist of what's for dinner and when my next puzzle book's coming. When it's coming? You get it delivered? How else do you think he found his puzzle books? Lily, you're a researcher. Put two and two together. Lily! Freaking idiot. She's such an idiot. Comes with the mail. He's back to not looking at me again. Mail? You mean the parcels? And the letters. Yeah. What do you think the freaking mail meant? God, Lily, please! You're wasting precious time! The letters? Who would go to the trouble of sending mail all the way out here when we have email? Oh, that's why. I laugh, but Zane looks very serious. It's safe for sending mail the old-fashioned way. With email, there's viruses, hackers, worms, cyber terrorists. I get the feeling he's not very tech-savvy. Yeah, but anyone can open and read a letter, right? Not if I'm around. Besides, who would suspect that something important would be in a fragrant pink envelope? Yo, keep your eye out for fragrant pink envelopes? There's an awkward silence. Of course, being my usually socially inept self, I'm desperate to fill it. Girl, you just have anxiety, alright? It's okay. A lot of people have it. We get it. Need any help with that crossword? I'm pretty good. I I can even do the cryptic puzzle in the Daily Inquirer. This line usually gains me a little kudos, but Zane simply ignores me. I decide to just come out and say what's on my mind. I mean, it can't make things more awkward than they already are, true. Zane, have you ever noticed anything strange going on here? Cats behaving weirdly? Zane suddenly looks up, his eyes locking straight on mine, unwavering and hard. No. Have you? Okay. Well, not exactly, but he's looking at me properly for the first time since we met. I've definitely captured his attention, but I'm too nervous to follow through. Follow through, girl! Follow through! This is what you're here for, okay? You're gonna get turned into a cat! You wanna do that instead? I'm just being silly. The lack of human company can get to me. Gives me daft ideas. Such as? Ooh, he's still staring at me as though he's trying to read my mind. Sometimes when I'm out tagging, I feel like they're playing games on me. Like children. Hide and seek. That kind of thing. Because they are, my girl. It's cats. You're acting like cats just don't think for themselves. They enjoy that stuff. Have you guys ever seen, there's clips of dogs and cats literally like surprising and trying to play hide and seek with their owners. Some of those cats may be cleverer than any of us give them credit for. True, it is cats. Now it's my turn to be intrigued. In what way? They know when to stay out of the sun. You're going pink. The moment, if there was one, is over. I decide maybe Zane isn't the best person to talk to about my concerns. Feeling unwanted and slightly dejected, I decide to head back to camp. I stand up and brush the sand off me. What's a 5-letter word for solitude? Quiet? Alone. Fair. Zane silently scribbles in his book as I leave. Hey, at least he did bother asking you. I mean, I genuinely think that Zane just believes in, you know. I say you know as if I like had something to say right after. I think that Zane genuinely believes that it's just better to stay in your lane, right? Zane stays in his lane. Get it? Get it? Alright, give me a second. Okay. What do we want? I think we can finish at least this romance option, right? McMurphy. I'm so glad I picked him first, I'm not gonna lie. I like how what is it called? How flirty he is. I can't help it. I do. Okay. As the sun is going down, I decide to retreat into my tent for the night. When I undo the flap, I see McMurphy curled up asleep on my pillow. Oh my god, he came into my tent. He's in my tent! McMurphy, you're gonna get fur all over everything. Oh, hi there, Kara. You're back late, you rapscallion. Dang, there's a lot of words here that I completely forgot were things. You know what I mean? Why are you in my bed? Ah, come on. Come now. We both knew I'd get in your bed eventually, didn't we? Oh my god! Oh my god! McMurphy? What? Bro. Oh my god. My hand reaches for the spray bottle, but McMurphy throws up his paws defensively. I'm an unarmed cat, Kara, and I actually came to give you something for good behavior. Don't make me send it back now. Give me something? What? Ah, sure, now you're listening. I found something that might just interest you. If it's more of that grog, McMurphy, I can assure you I'm not interested in the slightest. I sit on the end of my bunk and push him off my pillow, but allow him to stay on the bed. As he moves reluctantly aside, I can see a black corner poking out from under my blanket. I can't believe this. I can't believe still that this cat really just said, we both knew that I'd get in your bed eventually. That's freaking insane. Oh God. Okay. What's that? Why don't you take a look? Hi. I eye him skeptically, nervous of what he's roping me into now. Tell me what it is first. Will you just pick it up, Kara? It won't bite. I carefully reach for it and realize it's a small leather book, beautifully aged and yet seems to be in good condition. I open it as gently as I can, for fear that it might turn to ash in my hands. On the first page, smudged and faded, but not destroyed by time or water, are the words, Captain's Log. Dude, the pirate ship and the merchant ship have a lot to do with this. There's no way. I can't stop myself from gasping out loud. Murph, how did you find this? There's a lot you can find at the bottom of a bottle. Or 12. Are you impressed? Impressed? Speechless? I could kiss your furry head! By the way, I think now I can easily assume that what he did find was rum, and like really, really old rum. You know, really old, you know, spirits or liquors or whatever from the pirate ship, I bet. Well, don't let me stand in the way of you and your passion. Oh my God. He's so ridiculous! He's so ridiculous! I hardly notice he's still speaking as I have begun trying to decipher the entries, and I'm instantly engrossed. 1789. Wow, okay. The men are getting restless. I begin to fear for the continued safe running of this vessel. My vessel, of which they are in mind to take ownership if my captain's instincts serve me right. Are you listening? Oh, sorry, what? I said, maybe I should leave you to it then? Yes. No! Wait. McMurphy, tell me where you really got this from. Was it the treasure chest? No, Kara. Would you believe it? That thing was full of nothing but sand and salt water. That bit of treasure, on the other hand, I found at the bottom of one of my crates of grog, hidden in between the bottles. You just find crates? And then where do you put them? But this belongs to a captain. Why would it be with the crew's provisions? Maybe it wasn't with the crew's provisions? Bro, it was just a bunch of liquor. Don't you think there could be a whole crate of liquor just for the captain? I'll let you figure that one out, Brainiac. Think of it as a puzzle to keep you amused on all of your cold and lonely nights. Okay, well, you didn't have to say it like that, Murphy. Besides, we can make it less cold and lonely, you know? McMurphy smirks and saunters out of my tent. Damn it. Damn it. This guy. Ooh, Recon 15. Okay. All right, should we go? Should we go to Recon 15? Hold on. Well, we needed that one. Let's finish up our research. And then we'll rest. And then we'll recon and we'll romance again. Once you complete your research, your time— Whoa! What? Oh, yo, we reconning again. Hold on. Recon 15. The diary McMurphy discovered in the shipwreck could have some invaluable information in it. Dang, I didn't realize that. The book McMurphy gave me is sitting on my lap. I wonder what a pirate's diary is doing on this island. Maybe there will be some clues within. Huh. I wonder what a pirate's diary would be doing on an island to which I saw a pirate ship shipwrecked. That's, you know, I truly wonder. Huh. This freaking. The log reads, I felt an almighty crash, and then silence and stillness everywhere. It took a few seconds to gather my thoughts and understand what had happened here. If it would ever really be possible to understand this godforsaken place, and how we got so far off course to reach here. But in that moment, immediately after we hit the rocks, I knew two things. I was alive, and we were on land, and I felt grateful. I felt like a chance at survival, and I was determined to grasp it. I felt my legs intact, thank God, and began crawling over the slate and shingle that seemed to stretch upwards to eternity. What type of place was this? Oh, so they still had it for a while. Maybe that's why. They just like hid it among the booze, like, what? Because everybody else just didn't last or something like that, you know? Darkness was falling fast, but I needed to make sure we would be safe in this unexplored terrain. Who knew what would happen during the long night? What creatures it may bring? Even what strange meteorological anomalies. Looking at the sky, I felt anything was possible, and we ought to be prepared. We had to work fast. I assembled the men, raggle-taggle though we were, into some kind of orderly unit, in the hope that the familiarity of discipline would raise morale. We were all tired, cold, and hungry. Some of us needed medical attention. This was not going to be easy, but it's what I was trained for, and I would rather die than let my men down. This actually, I mean, I know that it's like a captain's log, and so I think it's the captain of the merchant ship, because the captain of the pirate ship don't sound like I think that they would say this. You know what I mean? It just doesn't seem like what pirates would say. We need to make some shelter. My voice sounded thin and weak against the sound of the waves crashing. At first light, I looked around and began to take stock properly. It was gratifying to see that the temporary shelter we had cobbled together last night was still intact, and no disasters had befallen us to add to the difficulties we were already burdened with. Considering the conditions we erected this makeshift cover in, and how short a time, I felt heartened for the first time since we were out at sea, before the strange electrical storm began that ended with us being thrust here against the unforgiving rocks of this terrifying place. We could do so much more with daylight on our side and food in our bellies. So they were shipwrecked on this island? What? The ships? The 2 ships that you saw shipwrecked on this island had people that were shipwrecked on this island? Dude, I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. This girl should not be researching. She's kind of an idiot. She kind of a freaking idiot. The thought of being the first inhabitants here is terrifying. How on earth did they survive? Maybe they didn't. I want to believe they were rescued, but that seems unlikely. I will read more this evening. As I put the book away, a small piece of paper falls into my lap. It must have been hidden amongst the pages of the log. It's a note. Maybe a letter? Sally. Aw. Sally, I know you worry for me, but do not. The men do not treat me bad. They give me food and do not beat me so much anymore. Oh, this is sad. The captain is not so fearsome as what they say and is giving me lessons on my writing. I am improving. I practice all night because I can't sleep. I work hard, sometimes till my hands crack and bleed, but I still use them every morning to pray for you, that you are safe and well, and that we will be together once again. I miss you so much. The seas have not been smooth. Wait, this is actually so sad. Ah, no! Why does it actually sound like a real sad letter? Sometimes I worry that we will capsize completely and be lost out here forever, but I would swim the wildest ocean back to you, my sweet sister. Oh. That's different. Still sweet and sad, though. That's not what I expected. I thought it was something else. I hope you're practicing your writing, too. I would like to read your clever poems again. Your loving brother, Jim. What a sweet letter. I wonder what became of Jim. Dude, he's one of the cats, isn't he? I swear to God, he's one of the cats. Dude, I don't know what it is, but I swear to God, he's one of the cats. The marigolds are suspicious. Professor Popper is kind of suspicious. I don't know what the heck is going on here, okay? But everything is suspicious. Welcome back with McDonald's. What'd you get from McDonald's? We were resting, and then we're doing a romance, and then we're gonna finish our research. I decided to catch up on some rest and relaxation, like the professor keeps telling me to. So I've come down to the jetty where Zane usually sits. Today isn't a delivery day, and as I was hoping, he's nowhere in sight. I sit with my legs dangling over the edge and take out my sketchbook and pencils. I haven't done this in ages. It's so peaceful. I can get lost in my own little world when I'm drawing. I tried doing a couple of landscapes. The mountain range in the distance, the trees of the forest, but nothing is really grabbing me. Then, as I'm daydreaming, staring into the water, I notice the patterns that the ripples form on the surface. They're unusual. I suppose because of the magnetic pull. effect is beautiful. I end up sitting for over an hour just trying to capture it on my page. Well, that's nice. That's actually the nicest rest that we've had, I'm pretty sure. Excuse me. All right. Romance, and then we'll, excuse me, finish it up with the research. 2 cheeseburger meal with a Sprite. Yeah. I haven't had a cheeseburger from McDonald's in a while. All right, last romance with Murphy. Come on, you guys. Come on. We're doing it. We're doing it. If Murphy doesn't tell me that he loves me tonight, that's it. You know what I mean? Based off of how the romance options goes here, okay? We'll decide on how we want to continue with this. Look at that star. And now take yourself 1,000 miles beyond it and tell me what you see. I laugh as McMurphy passes me the bottle. Damn, so we really just drink a lot, huh, buddy? I'm kind of worried about us. I take a swig before replying. McMurphy, what are you talking about? Just do it, Kata. That big shiny one way up there. Go 1,000 miles beyond and tell me where you get to. My God. Dude. Stargazing? I'm just saying stargazing with McMurphy is kind of insane, though. I smile. I'm partying on Venus. Oh, yeah? There are so many goddesses here, McMurphy. They're all naked. You should see this. Oh my goodness. Girl, you okay? The laughing stops. Or maybe it was only in my head to begin with. I look down at the fluffy cat who seems far from his usual self. Oh my God. You okay, kitty cat? I think there's a big pub in that sky. Real. Actually real. Real. That's very real of you, McMurphy. McMurphy grins and closes his eyes. And there I am, my big human toes warming by the fireplace. Dude, you guys. He was human. There I am, my big human toes warming by the fireplace. And my long hair is the same dark golden color as the ale I have in my man hand. They're singing lots of it and people dancing all around. Those that can't find space to dance on the floor, dance on the tables, naturally. There's an old sky pirate in the corner telling his stories to anyone who will listen. The time he sailed to Jupiter or Mars. And you're there too, of course. You're sat right next to me. We have unlimited drinks because we're famous in these parts. We're practically royalty. Oh my goodness, this is so cute! Oh my God! He's daydreaming our life together! Ale, stout, beer, whiskey too. Except you got, Murphy, I think you've got an issue. And I think you're kind of giving me an issue also. Like a drinking issue. We should talk about that, honey. They just keep coming. When it gets dark and the place is quiet, we sneak out back to the beer garden. There's a clear view of Earth from where we're sitting. We don't miss it. McMurphy spits. We talk about our adventures, about how we sailed off of this damned island, and how the ship became airborne. We talk about how we fought the big-breasted, bloodthirsty alien wenches of the Emerald Star, and how we had to charm our way out of the space slug's lair. And I reckon we'd have a lot of fun. Oh my God, he... Together? Of course, you wouldn't be able to keep your paws off me. You'd be begging for a kiss, and I'd be saying, now, Kata, I'm not a piece of meat, you know. And you'd be saying, oh, McMurphy, please. Just one of your world-famous kisses. The fancy French kind. And I'd be saying, please, Kata, control yourself. Oh my God! He's so cute! I'm so mad! I start snickering again. What are you laughing at? You! Are you trying to say that you wouldn't be all over me if I was a human? Oh my God. Of course I wouldn't! Ouch. Now don't be mean. you'd be the one begging me for a kiss. Oh my god, they're so cute! They're so cute! Oh, I'm so mad! Oh, I'm so mad! Ah! What on earth gives you that idea? Ah, top of the morning, Kara. I love you so much, to be sure. Give me a smacker, Bagora! That is so offensive. I stopped laughing. I went a little too far there. Sorry. McMurphy lets out a wry smile. Well, maybe I would try to steal a little kiss. Who could blame me? Oh my god! Ah! Wait, he's being so cute. You wouldn't get one. McMurphy's smile disappears. You know something, Kara? Huh? I think I should just come out and say it. Say what? You're all right. There's a pause. Not an uncomfortable pause. Just a slightly confusing one. You're all right, too? McMurphy is gazing at the stars. I don't know what I'm doing. It's a strange feeling. I'm used to being a step ahead of everybody. Well, 2 steps ahead of you. Hey, don't be rude, Murph. I laugh. McMurphy grins. This feeling... It isn't new to me, but I'm still not sure what it is. All I know is that you get me in a way no one has before. And I get you too, even if you don't care to admit it. I guess it's time to let the cat out of the bag? Without thinking, I look around. I'm so used to bagging and unbagging cats for my work that I take him literally. But his expression stops me from reacting. Oh my god! Oh my god! Is it happening? Is it happening? You guys, do you think it's happening? I've become attached to you in these last few weeks. You have captured my heart, and I don't want to be without you, Kara. Oh my god, you have my heart. Are you gonna come with me? Are you gonna come back with me? Come back with me. Come back with me, Murphy. Wow, I wasn't expecting that, McMurphy. I haven't had so much fun, felt so free, or been so happy as the time I've spent with you. I don't think I'd care to be without you either. You have my heart. Oh my god. This is so intense. This is even better than Bridgerton. Oh my god. To my surprise, McMurphy looks visibly relieved. Well, Kara, I look forward to many more adventures with you. I've got goosebumps, you guys. I've got goosebumps. Successfully, yo, we got a thing. It says successfully romance McMurphy. Oh my god. Yeah, we did it! Oh my, he's so cute and flirty. I'm so glad I chose him first. I'm not gonna lie. He's my type. Oh my god. Okay. We're ready. We're ready. Let's go. Wait, actually, can we even click more? We can't. We're ready. We're ready. Let's go, you guys. Let's go. I did not expect Murphy to be like that, honestly. I thought he was just, you know, whatever, but... Oh my god. Okay, today I'm off on a field trip of sorts with the professor. Can't wait to show what he's planning to can't wait to see what he's planning to show me. We did it! I hope I bring him. I hope I bring him with me back. Professor Popper told me to be ready early and dress for hiking, as we're doing field work this morning. Not sure that I have anything that would pass for hiking gear, to be honest. Some sturdy shoes would be good. Oh well, lab coat and trainers it is then, as usual. A message from the professor lights up my catalog. Set to go? I'm waiting outside my tent. Do we need to figure out who's been texting us, Loki? I think it's the marigolds. Ah, Lily, are you ready for our field work today? You got the whiskey? Yes, of course. Professor, may I ask where we're going? Somewhere I think you'll find very interesting. The professor hands me a backpack. Here, take this bag. It's very full, but surprisingly light. Popper has set off at a brisk pace, calling back to me over his shoulder. This way. I run to catch him up. Sorry, I'm still thinking about Murphy. After some serious walking, with me struggling to keep up, the professor stops abruptly and listens. Like, literally, I just told this cat literally just said that I have his heart, and I just said, yeah, and you have mine. And, like, we didn't bother to ask how we could continue our relationship. But, thank you, Austin, bye-bye. But, huh? I'm still thinking about it, still blushing a little. Do you hear that? There's a distant sound of bubbling water. We're almost there. Secretly, I'm relieved, as I don't think I could go much further. Dude, same. Just a little climbing. Oh no. Tell me it's cold. Don't tell me it's hot, please, Nar. Climbing? I hide my dismay. Where does he get his energy from? It's just at the top there. It's not as difficult to climb as it looks. We're in front of an almost vertical rock face. Just copy me. He clambers up expertly. I manage to find a spot that will support my foot and start the climb. I make little progress before slipping and falling flat on my bum. I try again. This time, I take it slow. Again, I fall. What happened to the benefits of catification the others keep going on about? Dude, I don't even think I'm actually catified. Like, if you think about it, we haven't even talked that much more about the rest of the catification, have we? The professor notices I'm having trouble and holds a hand out for me. I manage to climb up, just enough to take hold of him, and he lifts me the rest of the way. His strength is impressive. Curious, even. Ah. Interesting. Why'd you say it like that? That's suspicious. Not a fan of climbing, huh? Can't say I've done much of it, Professor. Come along, then. I can get you there. He pretty much pulls me all the way to the top, and then leads me to the entrance of a small cave. The sound of running water is very loud now. I instantly see why. A natural spring has cut its way through the rock and created a beautiful cascade of sparkling clear water. It looks delicious. I kneel down without thinking and begin to drink. It tastes amazing. Oh, dude, never mind. That's the catification right there. Like, I think a human wouldn't naturally just go down and immediately drink. As I come up for breath, I see the professor looking at me with suspicion. Exactly. You should know better. It is never wise, under any circumstances, to ingest something that is unproven. But here, on this island, it would be prudent to exercise more caution than unusual. Or than usual, my bad. I feel embarrassed at my lack of consideration. Yes, of course, sir. I wasn't thinking. I felt so thirsty and it looked so good. I do understand. Many have made the same error. That says enough, don't you think? Fortunately for you, this is tried and tested for safe consumption. It's good, don't you think? My body feels suddenly re-energized. I feel like I could climb any wall. It's incredible. I feel fantastic. What's in it? Cocaine. We don't know. That's why we're here. We need more samples. We've been studying this water for months now, and we still know very little about it. Check your bag. I open my bag, and it's full to the brim with empty plastic bottles. We'll need to fill all of these with water. We're gonna need as much as we can carry. I do as he says. By the time all the bottles are full and back in my bag, it weighs a ton, but I feel like I can lift anything. The effect of the water is powerful. The professor has also packed his own rucksack with bottles. Dude, that's what he's been drinking. That's the curious thing that he's been drinking. That should do us for now. Let's get these back. It's actually just laced with, liquor. And it's the, brave juice. You know what I mean? As we make our way down the rock face and back to camp, I have no problem keeping up with the professor. I feel I could run all the way. However, as we get closer to home, I start to feel the effect wear off. My bag becomes unbearably heavy. The final limp into camp is torture. I need a rest. Well, okay. And that's it. Is this the... Oh. I've come to the forest to gather my thoughts. This morning, I noticed another change in my appearance. Up until now, it's been easy to cover up my transition. I just had to keep on top of removing the excess body hair. Oh, that sucks. Even the stub of a tail that appeared a few days ago hasn't been a problem. Could see it. But this new development is definitely a turning point. How am I going to explain the fact that my pupils have turned into vertical slits? I can't risk anyone seeing me like this, so I'm gonna hide out for a while and see what happens. Oh, dude, it's over. Oh my god. Oh my god, are we gonna run away together? It's a beautiful night, and McMurphy and I are laying on the sand by the old shipwrecks, relaxed in the way that only cats can be. When I remember back to all the anxiety and stress I used to live with, the endless hours fretting over the antidote research, it makes my fur stand up. I thought our lives depended on it. It was my love for McMurphy that finally got me to see sense. Why was I so desperate to make him the same as me? Hadn't I fallen for him the way he was? Oh my god! 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 So I decided to turn it on its head and become like him. We're willingly turning into a cat for him! You know what? Murphy, if we ever break up, it's over for you. I want you to know that. I lose track after 30. Wait, I'm the cutest little cat in the world? We're laying out under the stars. I can't help smiling to myself when I remember how cold I used to think it was at night. Mac used to rib me for my whining. And now here I am, as snug as it can be, counting the stars with the cat I love more than anything else in the world. Ah! It's so cute. We're happily together. You see, the trouble is, Kata, you're still thinking like a scientist. What do you mean? So when you count the stars, you begin at 1 and assume you're gonna keep chanting numbers until you've quantified the whole entire galaxy. He laughs until his eyes twinkle with moisture. Oh yeah? Go on then, Murph the Wise. Enlighten me on a better way of counting. So, if you ask me how many stars there are, I take an overall squint at the sky, judge how cloudy or clear it is, and decide if there's enough light to hunt. Not too much is the right amount for that, by the way. Or too little light for a snooze. Best when it's bright. Or just enough to steal a kiss from you, sweetheart. From your sweetheart. And judging by the sky tonight, he nuzzles into my fur, and I'm the happiest cat on earth. Oh my god. Oh my god! Ending achieved, love drunk. I don't know how we can have unsuccessful dates. I guess if we just aren't as aren't willing to be adventurous, right? But I feel like I personally am a very adventurous person. Wow. Wow. I'm so happy. I can't believe I really got rizzed by a freaking cat. Tell me why it says like he nuzzles into my fur and like my own neck starts feeling like I have a ghost feeling of my like neck getting nuzzled. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. Quit the main menu. We can't continue on like this. Hold on, okay? I really did get rizzed so hard. I did not expect to get rizzed like that, honestly. I don't know if I think I'm gonna give it a little bit of a time before I think about whether or not I want to see what's going on with the rest of it, or kind of just look it up. But I don't know. I guess we'll see. But I think this was a very good start. I'm glad that we got to Riz Murphy, and I'm blushing, I'm happy, I'm feeling so like, oh, you know? I'm feeling so warm inside. I now feel the ghost of nuzzlement. Nuzzlement? Phantom nuzzles? Exactly, exactly.